Welcome back to your host, GF. We're going to keep it on the couch. Mentally exhausted. I'm glad it's over. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers. I said Panthers to 7. I guess I was off by a game, but the bottom line, guys, I was on the money. I said the Leafs were going to beat Ottawa in 6. I said that Florida was going to beat the Leafs in 6. I was off by a game, but I'm getting the teams right. What did I say? Florida was going to win in 6 against Carolina. I was off by a game. And I said they were going to beat the Oilers in 7, when everyone thought, no, the rematch, this is different and all that. Guys and girls out there, newcomers to the NHL and watching the NHL. Your host, GF, is consistent, and I will continue to be consistent. You don't win the Stanley Cup with average to below average goaltending, not a true number one defenseman, and some high-flying forwards. The Leafs tried it, can't even get as far as Edmonton. So Edmonton is the shittier mismanagement version of the Leafs, but they make it further than the Leafs. Stick with me here. Would you rather be Edmonton? Sure, you'd rather go to the finals. We can't get out of round 2. But what do they have in common? You don't have the true number one defenseman, whether it's Riley, whether it's Bouchard. At least Bouchard is great at what he does on offense, but you're not going anywhere with that combination. Darnell Nurse at 9.25. It's over. He can't do the job. Ekholm took his number 2 spot, so now you're a fucking second pair guy making 9.25. Jake Wallman was nice, but Klingberg and Kulak, it always shows up. You cannot have a bad third pair. Let's look at Florida. Beautiful. 2 number 1 defensemen. Oh, by the way, on the behalf of Seth Jones, y'all can suck my dick. You know who you are. You'll never know it like me. See when I get that look and I get the swag going, because I know you'll never know it like me. This is God and hard work. Talent plus God plus GF equals number 1 analyst for these 3 sports, probably worldwide, because I tell like it is. Y'all, some of you tell it like you want it to be. I tell like it is. Seth Jones was a number 1. Columbus. Then he's buried in Chicago. Oh, now he gets on a cup-winning team. Wow. Buries the Leafs in Game 7. Every goal or assist was an important one. Big, strong, logs the minutes. It is what it is. And then Aaron Ekblad. Oh, he's lost a step or this and that. Aaron Ekblad's a number 1. He was one of the rare Tavares, Spezza type guys, exempted player early. Come on, man. Did it again. Big, tough, strong. Conn Smythe winner, Sam Bennett, Marchand, Mr. Clutch. They have the stones. They have the heart. But it's Bobrovsky who knows how to shut it down. 2 number 1 defensemen. But then Mikkola. So Jones, Mikkola, Forsling, and Ekblad. And then they deserve a lot of credit. GF loves the little winners on the cheap. That's why I'm a Nick Robertson guy. Dmitry Kulikov and Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt had 12 points as a third pair. But both of them, what do they represent? They represent a little bit of what OEL was doing for the Leafs. Just OEL's overpaid. That's the Leaf curse. Always overpaying, guys. But a veteran, a former number 1, a guy with a lot of experience, then he becomes a third pair guy at the end of his career, veteran, and they play well. And that's what Schmidt and Kulikov represent. So you have no holes on your blue line where the Oilers are filled with them, and then you don't win with Klingberg and Kulak. Then Stuart Skinner, who we got to give it to here. Stuart Skinner, you're asking a hometown guy to do what he's just not meant to do. And he was better last year. He regressed this year against Florida in the finals. This is mismanagement 101, whether it's me ranting about the Leafs or not about the Oilers. Shame on Ken Holland and the current GM Stan Bowman. You fucked up the blue line. You overpaid guys. You never got a real goalie, a $7 to $8 million goalie for McDavid and Draisaitl to win the cup. You have fucked over his legacy. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. Again, shout out to Paul Maurice, Bill Zito. They know what they're doing in Florida. Let's leave Florida alone. We mentioned all of them. Perfectly built team. That's why I respect them, because I'm a winner and I know winners. They're just winning on this level. I'm winning here and I'm climbing. But anyway, when the Oilers won in the 80s, actually right before them, Islanders, 4 straight, which you never know. That's been 3 straight for Florida. How did they get there? Billy Smith in net, Hall of Famer. Dennis Pavan, number 1 defenseman, one of the greatest defensemen of all time. Next, Oilers, Gretzky, Messier, Grant Fuhr net, Hall of Famer, Paul Coffey on the blue line, Hall of Famer. Even Kevin Lowe got in. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Mario Lemieux, it's your turn. Let's go. Jaromir Jagr, Coffey comes over from the Penguins, and you have Larry Murphy, and you have Tom Barrasso, Hall of Famer in net. You seeing the patterns? This is why I know what I know. I'm just trying to teach it to y'all. Let's keep it moving. Oh, who's the guy that they're always comparing McDavid to? He's not the winner like him and all that. And he isn't yet. But Sidney Crosby, but McDavid destroys him in the playoffs, points per game, all of that stuff. What does Sidney Crosby have? And they both, Malkin and Draisaitl cancel each other out. Crosby had Chris Letang, number one defenseman going to the Hall of Fame, and Marc-Andre Fleury. And then Matt Murray, those 2 years, Matt Murray played like a Hall of Famer. You need a hot goalie. Now Matt Murray's shit. That's why he's a Maple Leaf. That's why we're cursed. But anyway, do you see what all the other great guys had? Bobby Orr had Jimmy Cheevers in net, Phil Esposito. It goes on and on. And then we're expecting McDavid to do it with Evan Bouchard, who sucks defensively. Ekholm was hurt. Hyman was out. But it's Stuart Skinner. Pickard, I got no problem. The guy's got to come in for mop-up duty, doing the best he can. He's a run-of-the-mill backup goalie. But Stuart Skinner, compared to all the other guys I just mentioned, don't shit on McDavid too much. I hope everyone in Edmonton shits on him when he comes to Toronto, but that's the difference why this guy still hasn't won the cup. Mismanagement has cost McDavid and Draisaitl a cup or two. Where proper management, Bobrovsky now and these guys bark off, wow, we beat McDavid back-to-back, when you guys have no business being on the same ice as him. Nobody does. So this is the Sundin screw job at the highest level, is now Connor McDavid. What does he need to do? Win the Olympics next year. I think he needs to resign. This is analyst now. Fan, I hope him and his wife, the wives run the show. These guys are all fucking whipped idiots. Anyway, and they're all blonde, spoiled, rich. Daddy, so the wife needs to decide if McDavid wants to have a family, come back to Toronto, that'd be amazing. That's the fan in me. Analyst mode, you got to re-up for 8 years. Leon did it. You're not going to desert him. That's cowardly. You haven't finished the job yet. Got to finish the job. Kobe Bryant, job ain't finished. You're never going to be on Crosby's level if you don't have a cup. So, that's what needs to happen. What do you guys think? Does he stay in Edmonton? Does he come to Toronto? Bottom line, I'm done talking about it. Mentally exhausted. They have too many forwards. Not enough in the blue line and the goalie. Just like the Leafs. Theirs has worked better because of Draisaitl and McDavid. And there's your recap, guys. I'm going to summer mode. I'm going to Italy. I need a break. The Leafs, they ruin a part of my life and everyone's lives. But it was a great year. The Four Nations Canada won. It was a great playoff. The playoffs are always great. It would be better if the Leafs went further. But change is coming. We got the draft. We got free agency. This is the biggest free agent summer, or free agency, or whatever you want to call it, off-season for Brad Treliving and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm excited about it. What do the Oilers do? Hey, not my problem. Love you guys.